All right, we'll start this video off on high alert. This is hilarious to see. There's the horses right there, okay? Now the sheep are now reacting to the horses. See the sheep right there? They were out eating, minding their own business. And I'm gonna tell you what's going on, but I'm just telling you, like, all the animals are so in tune with what's going on with the property. It's not really what this video is about, but I thought I'd share with you real quick. Look at the horses. And you can hear the guineas. The guineas are worked up because the horses are worked up. Look at Smokey's ears. See his ears? See how he's standing at attention like that? He senses something is not right. Look at his ears. Everything's standing real high and at attention. Look, here's Sadie. Look at Sadie. Very focused. See that? Look at her looking over there. And you can hear the guineas, and they're just steady looking over at Mom's house. What's going on is the boys are in town for the holidays, and Dylan is down there right now. He's just kind of picking up some stuff that we left behind on the build for Mom. We built her a log cabin right over there. And so he brought his dog with him, and I put Molly inside. So they've been over there this whole time, kind of working. I came out, I'm gonna get back to on this. I'm gonna tell you guys what's going on. And then Smokey picked it up right off, man, because they got their dog is running around down there at the house. And so Smokey put his ears up and started investigating. Look at them, they're still, it's really got them bugged up. And my son has his dog, has one of those orange hunter cloths on him, you know what I mean? So he's visible, and it's messing with him. But listen, the guineas, so because the horses got worked up, that got the guineas worked up, which got the sheep worked up. Now everybody's worked up and they're all paying attention to what's going on. The sheep, Smokey's just not having it. He doesn't know what to think about it. Smokey's really worked up. He sees that dog, he doesn't know what to do about it. He is tripping. He is, man, his ears are up, he's snooting around, he's stomping his foot. He noticed that dog before Molly did. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And on another note, I can't tell you how good that is to have, you know, Mom on the back 11 acres there and have my son in town, and we're all working in together on the homestead. And he's down there doing some stuff. It's really good. So you guys remember this little machine? I talked about it in an earlier video, and it worked out so well for me. I brought it back on a rental, right? So I could get this part of my project done, because I have to get this part of my project done because I made a big mistake. Well, it wasn't that big of a mistake, but what I did was I put down the rock in our garden area. Aesthetically, it looked great. At first, it was working fine, but there's one mistake that I made with putting the rock down in this area. It's the size of the rock. I put too big a rock inside of here. When you get bigger rocks like this, it makes it harder to walk on. And I remember going into garden areas before and going into park areas, and they have the rock, and it's never been a problem. But what I found out was that it was the smaller rock. So the smaller the rock, the easier it is for you to manipulate. You know, with walking in, and Stacy pulls a garden cart in here, and so that's been a hassle. And we've had it this way for 4 years now, I think. Yeah, about 4 years. And so we finally have come to the conclusion, as we're getting older and as things are going on, and as you implement things, you try them and they work out or they don't work out, then you have to make adjustments. You don't just deal with it. So we've been scraping out all the rock in between the beds and all this area here so we can prepare it for just fabric. I'm not even going to put down smaller rock. Now, Doug, why did you put down the bigger rock? I put down the bigger rock because I just bought the least expensive stuff. See how that gets you sometimes too? sometimes least expensive isn't always better. Now, if I would have probably got the smaller rock and I paid a little bit more for it, and we put it in here, I don't know if we'd be tearing it out right now. It might be just fine. But since we put in the bigger rock, and Stacy doesn't like it, and you have to be, you know, when you go to your garden to grow food for yourself, you have to have a good experience. It can't be drudgery or not fun. That's why we have an aesthetically pleasing area. And that's, you know, we grow 90% of our own food. And this last year, you know, it just didn't work out that good for us because she doesn't like muscling through the rock. I was busy, you know, building Mom's cabin and doing all of our other stuff. And so she asked me to please get rid of this rock. And that's what we're doing. While we're having this little bit of break in the weather and the boys were in town, I thought what a great opportunity that we could get this stuff all cleaned up. Now you might see a lot of stuff still standing. We got tomato cages, and basically Stacy chops and drops. So anything that's left over that dies in the garden bed, we basically let it hang out, and then in the wintertime sometime we'll come through, knock everything down, and then just let it lay there and decompose. And then that helps build the soil in our garden beds as well. Also, while we're overwintering our garden beds, we'll take the ash from our wood cook stove as we put it into our metal container and then let it cool down and set for a while. We'll bring that ash out here and we'll sprinkle it in all of our raised beds. And that provides a lot of nutrients. As the thaw happens, that'll all seep down into the soil and it'll help you produce more luscious food. Oh, looks like I found Luna's swimming goggles. So a lot of people think in the wintertime that you're not really doing much in your garden, but really you are. You don't want to turn over your soil or disrupt anything like that. But what you do want to do is like clean up and start mentally preparing for the season to come. Hopefully you guys aren't sitting around right now and not really thinking about your gardening and not really getting your seeds ready, and you're just waiting and waiting for April or May or something for spring to come around, and then you think about it. Please don't do that. There was one year that you couldn't even get seeds to grow your own food, in case you don't remember. So make sure you're planning all the time in the wintertime. You're planning out your garden, what was successful last year, what you liked and didn't like, what was, you know, a pain to grow. Maybe don't grow that. Maybe try something new. We're always trying something new in our garden. But that's what I got going on right now. Dylan's on his way up. I can hear his rumbly truck. We're gonna get all these rocks out of here, and then what we're ultimately gonna do is just put down fabric, and that's it. And it'll be nice and smooth and easy walking. And that way too, if Mom wants to come up and peruse through our garden aisles for her shopping pleasure, she'll be able to do that. Right now, you know, she's kind of wobbly, so she doesn't really like walking through the garden with us or anything. So we're gonna get this fixed. Also, if you guys are not paying attention, we're giving away a Ford F-150. It's a 2014 4-door 4x4. All the information is at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and we're giving it away at the end of this month, January 31st, right? We're gonna help you guys start off the new year on a positive note, right? So make sure you check out offgridwithdougandstacy.com. We'll see you guys on the next video. I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, and then the next time I show you this garden, it'll be a little more in order, okay? We really do appreciate you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. That's part of the giveaway, and we'll see you on the next video. Oh, if you got any questions, just leave them down below. We're answering those too, because you got to leave comments in order to qualify as well. So make sure you're leaving the comments, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you go to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy and sign up on there too. You have to sign up at offgridwithdougandstacy.com as well, okay? Just wanted to make sure you remember. Was that a play on words? I was just thinking about the video. A big mistake, because I got the big rock. All right, now really, seriously, go. See ya.
Did you guys know that in the 16, 17, and 1800s, chocolate was consumed as a beverage? There was no such thing as a chocolate candy bar. Well, we're bringing chocolate tea back to the 21st century because it's loaded with antioxidants our body loves, and it's a great source of magnesium that's wonderful for bone and heart health. It's a great addition to your coffee machine or your French press, or just along with your favorite sweetener. You can find it on offgridwithdougandstacy.com, along with our brand new tea infuser, simple to use for easy steeping. Cheers!